So the video footage that you just seen was me cleaning the paws of my dog because of his itchiness and allergies and everything else. And I do that almost daily at the moment. I usually do it once a week, depending on how extremely licking he is doing his paws. But at the moment I have to do it literally like daily. And I usually do that when we get back from the last pee walk, which can be anywhere from between 7 and 10 really in the evening. And yeah, so he's getting his paws washed every time. I put apple cider vinegar in it. I don't use Bragg's for various reasons. I'm just using Home Bargains brand, like a cheap brand. And I squash some apple cider vinegar in it, possibly about that much actually, in a bowl, in that bowl that you've seen, and fill the rest up with water. So I'm eyeballing everything. It's not like I measure extremely what's going on. And then I wash his paws, and then afterwards, if needed, I put a tiny bit of pseudocreme in it to help the itch stop. It's not ideal. I'd like to prefer not to use it, but I don't have anything else to replace it. So therefore I'm just going to use that. What I wanted to tell you as well is what supplements I'm using for them at the moment. It's basically more or less the reason why I did this video. So next to me here I have a few of those supplements that I'm using on and off, and let me go through. They are not really in particular order. The first one that I used that helped his colitis, I have to say beforehand, I'm not a vet or nutritionist. I'm not qualified. This is all my personal experience, my own research, and it has worked for me. It doesn't have to work for you, so I need to cover my butt that way, okay? Anything I'm saying in this video or in this channel is based on my own experience, and it might not work for you. So back to the thing. This is what helped my dog's colitis, I have to say. It is almost crazy that after 3-4 years of this dog having trouble with colitis, for various reasons, I have now been able to find a product that is additive, free, and no agents in it, no additives, no fillers, no nothing. And this product is from Carnley, slippery elm and marshmallow root, and it's very hard to find this for dogs with those two powders in it, like marshmallow root and slippery elm. Like I said, I started using it a few months ago, like every day, and it has changed the game completely. Like, he has had no colitis whatsoever, and he is prone to colitis having at least once a week for the past few years, and it gone up and downhill. Sometimes once a week, sometimes once a month, but he definitely had it. And since I feed this, I don't even feed the doses, I just have a little bit less than appropriate, and it still helps. And I just experimented around with it, and it still helps. So that is the number one that I feed him at the moment. Next thing that I feed them on and off is fish broth, fish bone broth. I do this more, I bought this originally for helping with his colitis. When he had a colitis flare-up, he usually does not eat for a couple days. So what I did is, what I gave him instead was bone broth mix and water. And that helped quite a bit during those times. At the moment I don't give it as much. I sometimes just put it in the water so they can drink a bit. But yeah, that is mainly what I've put for them. back in when he had his colitis flare-ups. When I did not have the currently slippery elm and marshmallow root, what I tried in 2 of his products was from Dr. Connor Brady, was the Gut Regan 12 and Yeast Defeat. So I gave those 2 to him from the start of the year for a few months, and it changed a little bit, but we had fallbacks, meaning it worked sometimes and sometimes it didn't, and I was like, what the heck is going on? So that I only feed when I run out of slippery elm and marshmallow root, and I haven't ordered in time to get the next package, and that's the in-between basically now, as there's a little bit left still. So that's another point that I would say has helped on and off with the situation of the colitis and the yeast. But again, has not been fully treated with it because there are other factors that come into play, and that's why it hasn't been treated. But yeah, that's a very good powder too. I have also bought seaweed powder, which I have to say is for now in storage. I feed it, if needed, once a month, like just a tiny bit. It's very strong and very powerful, and yeah, I bought it literally for vitamins and minerals, really, to digestion help, all round help basically. So I bought this. All of those powders that I have are completely additive free and filler free, and I'm very glad that some of those companies actually value this in the UK, that you can still get stuff like that. So yeah, it is a very good healthy powder if you just want an all-rounder to just put in sometimes. It can be fed daily, but for my dogs I wouldn't recommend it. I just use it once a month in a tiny amount. So yeah, that's another good product to use. And the last bit is what I'm using at the moment, is to detox my dogs, to clean the liver, to help the liver clean out a bit better, and to get rid of his yeast and his ear infections and the flare-ups, and just to cleanse the body through like properly in order to function properly again, and to get rid of his allergies and everything. And I'm using for the detox situation at the moment is dandelion root. It's just a brown powder, clearly. I didn't show you the other powders, but that doesn't matter. Dandelion root powder and milk thistle powder, and that's the biggest factor of detox, is the milk thistle powder. It is extremely, I've seen the changes within the last few weeks while using dandelion root and milk thistle powder. They had reduced the amount of yeast growth on the skin. There was reduced ear gunk because the ears were black all the time and itchy, so that reduced quite a bit. And he had on his elbows, like in the front legs, he had yeast growth there, like extreme yeast growth, and that all is like taken out, completely gone, and it has not come back so far, which is crazy. So that's why I'm saying it is what I've experienced so far. That stuff has literally helped clean the liver and make the liver work better, and help the gut system work better. And I just have to keep doing it, like once a month. I do it for about a week, and then I do it the next month again, and the next month again. So over time we have a little bit of a routine that have a detox week basically. And yeah, it looks good. It looks good. It looks like this is actually the key of getting him back to health properly, that he's not as itchy anymore. and the allergies are back, going away, or at least getting drastically reduced. But again, all that is my experience and my research, and it might work different for your dog, might be different experience for you. So that's all just what I found out through my trials and errors, and yeah, and that's my powders that I'm using at the moment. There is obviously, it is quite a bit. Some people probably have more or less, but you have to experiment around what's working for you, what doesn't. At some point I was like, I should just maybe not use powders anymore at all, just experiment around with the meat. But the body needs to clean at some point in order to function properly again. And now I'm by myself, and I'm completely stuffed up with plastics and pollutants and everything. And I need to clean out myself too, but yeah, first of all the dogs, to make them better. So that's why I'm having some of those supplements still going on. And at least I can say now that these are definitely working for me. And I will leave the links down below if you want to have a look. Some of them might be affiliate links, some of them will not be. But no matter what, I only recommend products that I'm generally using and that are working for me. So yeah, if you want to check them out, they're down below. It is for UK area only, unfortunately, because I have only experience with UK products. So yeah, so that's my experience, and yeah, that's it for the video, and I hope you found some value in this. But yeah, I'm really happy with the results of the powders so far. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.